Johnson was a constant menace down the flank. A bittersweet performance from Johnson. Adam Johnson has shocked the world with proven allegations. A wolf in sheep's skin. He almost had everything. But what more can you expect from a foul man?
Adam Johnson exploited a young, starstruck fan, actively grooming her over a number of months in a single-minded pursuit of his own sexual gratification.
I was kept in the dark for a full year till we went to court, and that's when it all kind of came out. And that's when I knew it was serious, like really serious.
What on earth was he thinking?
Oh, I mean, I can't answer that. I'm not Adam Johnson, but I think we've seen, as you've just highlighted there, that there's been various cases of this.
This is the story of a man who had it all. Fame, fortune, and a promising career. But behind the scenes, he was a man who didn't deserve to play professional football. A man who made a 15-year-old uncomfortable and kept denying it. It began in December 2014, when Johnson started communicating with a 15-year-old fan on social media. He was a star, she was an admirer. But what started as innocent fan interaction quickly turned into something far more sinister. Johnson, despite being in a relationship and expecting a child, began grooming the young girl. It all started with messages online that led to meeting up in person. On January 17, 2015, Johnson met up with a young fan in his Range Rover, where he even signed a couple of Sunderland shirts for her. It seemed like a dream come true for the fan, but the situation wasn't as innocent as it looked. Less than 2 weeks later, they met again, and this time, Johnson crossed a line by kissing the girl, betraying her trust and misusing his position. The girl's parents found out and quickly reported it to the police. By March 2, 2015, the police arrested Johnson because they suspected him of inappropriate behavior with a minor. This news really shook up the football world. Johnson faced charges of engaging in questionable activities, facing serious charges related to misconduct. The trial got underway in February 2016 at Bradford Crown Court, and it was a huge media spectacle. Everyone's eyes were glued to the developments. The prosecution presented a strong case, revealing just how manipulative Johnson had been throughout the whole affair. The girl, in her statement, opened up about the profound impact this had on her life. She talked about the harassment she faced online, how it knocked her confidence, and even messed with her education. She was just a kid, and here was her hero turning her world upside down. At the start of the trial, Johnson switched his plea to guilty for 1 count of sexual activity with a child and 1 count of grooming, although he still denied other charges. The trial lasted 16 days, packed with intense testimonies and loads of evidence. On March 2, 2016, the jury found him guilty on 1 charge and not guilty on another. Johnson was allowed bail initially, which let him spend time with his newborn daughter before sentencing. By March 24, 2016, he was sentenced to 6 years in jail. The judge didn't hold back, calling him out for abusing his trust and really hurting the victim emotionally. He was also made to pay a big part of the legal costs. His legal team tried to appeal the sentence, but no luck there. In April 2017, a video leaked showing Johnson in prison, where he seemed to brag about his crimes and even said he wished he had done more. But what exactly were the consequences of his crime? I mean, he was a great player, so it's only fair to ask, did he ever play again? Now, before we get into this, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. After Johnson was arrested, Sunderland put him on a brief suspension, missing just 2 games before bringing him back while he was out on bail. Over the next 11 months, he played in 28 matches, but everything changed on February 11, 2016. He was dropped from the team and later sacked by Sunderland after pleading guilty to 2 charges at his trial. His endorsements took a hit too. Adidas dropped him, and EA Sports even removed him from FIFA 16. The situation got more complicated because of Sunderland's manager, Sam Allardyce. He caught a lot of flack for keeping Johnson in the lineup, even while he was under investigation. There were rumours that the club knew Johnson might admit guilt way back in May 2015, but Allardyce, who had only joined in October 2015, insisted he was always told Johnson would plead not guilty. In court, Johnson said he had actually confessed to Sunderland's chief executive, Margaret Byrne, back in May 2015. Byrne, who was a lawyer before this and was supposed to stand up for Johnson in court, never ended up testifying. The fans were upset and wanted answers from her about what she knew. Eventually, Byrne stepped down on March 8, 2016, admitting she made a serious mistake, but said she didn't tell the club about Johnson's admission and wasn't aware he would plead guilty. Of course he was guilty and he definitely paid the price. But it's almost been 4 years to 2019. Where do you think he is now and what is he doing? Since he got out, the former Sunderland winger has had a tough time trying to get back into football. His past conviction really complicates things. He's reached out to a few local clubs near his home in County Durham, but they've all said no, just like they told the Daily Mail. Still, when he was in prison, he kept his hopes up about finding a team that would let him play again. He even thought about writing an open letter to all the English clubs, asking them to give him another shot. But it sounds like his family was worried that might backfire and just bring more trouble, so they advised him against it. As of today, he is unemployed and football clubs are not ready to take him. Sure, it makes no sense that we talk about his legacy or achievements, because none of that really matters after what he has done. But just in case any of you are curious, Adam Johnson, born on July 14, 1987, is a former professional football player from England who primarily played as a winger. He began his football journey in the Youth Academy of Middlesbrough, where he developed his skills and caught the public's eye by making his first team debut at the young age of 17 during a UEFA Cup match. Over the course of his time at Middlesbrough, he made an impressive 120 appearances. In addition to his time there, he also had loan spells at Leeds United and Watford, which helped him gain valuable match experience. In a significant career move, Johnson signed with Manchester City in February 2010. His time at City was marked by notable successes, including winning the FA Cup in 2011 and securing the Premier League title in the 2011-2012 season, contributing to the team's dynamic performances. In 2012, he returned closer to his roots by joining Sunderland, his hometown club, for a transfer fee of £10 million. His career also saw him wearing the national colours. He played at various levels for England, ultimately earning 12 caps at the senior level. His international experience further highlighted his capabilities on the field, making him a well-rounded player, recognised both domestically and internationally. In the end, all we can say is that his fall from grace wasn't just a personal disaster. It affected a young fan deeply, damaged his career irreversibly, and left his reputation in tatters. What started as an exciting interaction for a fan turned into a nightmare, showing just how quickly trust can be broken. It's a sobering thought, isn't it, that someone who had reached such heights in professional football could lose it all so quickly. It goes to show that no amount of talent on the field can make up for bad actions. Johnson's story is a harsh reminder of the consequences of misusing influence and how quickly the public can turn on you when you betray their trust. That's it for today. Meet you in the next one. Till then, take care.